Starting this vlog. Officially, it's Monday. I don't know what day, how that shit is. Just coming off of a weird weekend. I had some complications. I couldn't eat. I was getting nauseous. And it was just bad all around. So in response to that, Janine had brought me some brownies and some tea. And brownies and tea stimulate my appetite. Had a crazy weekend. I was eating brownies and just getting munchies and eating all type of bullshit. But yeah, I'm getting perspective. That was 1 minute. All right, we're gonna try this one more time. Remote stop. 2 part 2. Got the remote. Got my selfie stick. Doing a vlog. It's Monday. Coming off a crazy weekend. Just starting to do this officially. This is the rehabilitation part of my surgery. And we're gonna see where this goes. Had a crazy weekend as far as getting my appetite stimulated with food and the antibiotics. They're kind of working on my stomach. Wasn't too good of a vibe. Yeah. And I was 46. This is almost 1 minute starting to get into this vlog. Monday morning, I'm about to get officially into it. And over and out. BBB 73. When you see me, it's going to be me with CM3D. JUST. Over and out. Peace. Nice. Big motherfucker. It's Monday morning, about to start this vlog officially. Coming off a crazy weekend. Let me describe the weekend. I was having problems eating because of antibiotics. So I really was eating for a couple of days. Was looking kind of grim. Didn't have an appetite. So my lovely wife Janine brought me some awesome ingredients to get my appetite stimulated. And that turned into a whole nother well, let me describe. I was eating brownies, woke up, had the munchies, didn't realize I was eating brownies. I got the munchies some more. I ate everything in the middle of the night. It was crazy. I had a third shift people going and giving me apple pies. I don't eat apple pies, Doritos. I don't eat none of this shit. I was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwich, bologna sandwich, all type of shit. Because I was eating weed brownies because I got the munchies and I was eating everything you could imagine. It's Monday, we're about to start the vlog officially. That's a minute and a half into it. Looking good visuals, close up. I'm gonna get my nurses. This is a good angle. Alright, we're gonna start this. Alright, part 2. These young ladies about to help me out. Yeah. I have some. I got a whole pack of white teas.
What white tea or black?
White.
Okay. I heard you. I've been told on. Oh, that's amazing. Huh? I said that's amazing. So we got some white, black, and some orange.
Yes. These ladies about to help me out. I'm about to take a bath. It's Monday.
So he said he's taking us on his recovery. And I said that's all right.
Say hi to the people.
I don't see a whole pack of white tea. I think one more tea like this.
Yeah, the white tea pack might be empty. I've been going through
You might be going through. That means you have to wash clothes, okay?
them.
Because
Okay.
I see a bunch of white tees down there. So I wash clothes. That's no problem. So that might be the cleaning part. You might. Why are you trying to record us?
Because
He's
I'm
doing
making
recovery. Hey! I would say the washing part you don't want.
the what?
The washing part you don't want to be on.
You want to be washed?
Yeah, you don't want that to be on.
Yeah.
That's personal.
All right. This is the second little clip. We're about to get washed up. It's Monday.
Now that's a great question.
To
Easy needed Jerry White
we're
Jerry
about to do a procedure. My
so
nurse
to take away Jerry
her
from
system
this
about to
big
clean up the
catastrophic in my
the
opinion.
surgical area.
Jerry had respect.
Keep
Jerry
breathing
had
and
knowledge.
all
He
that
had
kind of stuff.
credibility. He was the best guy that could have
document
used his life.
those.
That's my personal opinion. Could be wrong, but that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, because regardless of whatever negative people say or was true, see from quick on the business side, on the music side, as a person, like what was
I
happening.
mean, he was busy. He was just busy. It was like his whole life would transform. We had to be here. We had to be there. We had to do this. We had to do that. He had I tell you, that right there was something that we never had. Now he's putting out schedule. So he has to, he's ready. He's ready. I remember we were, all four of us were in a car. I'll never forget this story. And Easy put in the tank of no gasoline. And Easy was in the driver's seat.
And I even put in my book, The History of Gangster Rap, is that the misconception, since we're talking about some of those today, the misconception that the mostly men, but dudes creating this music were very thoughtful, very smart, very educated, some extremely well read. So for you guys, what was it about the wordplay and the actual words and showing your intelligence and all that, even early on in the game? Why was that so important to you?
Because we were changing, so we couldn't let anybody limit that. Because
We don't have time.
you want to be superior to an art form or a rap. You have to show your intelligence. That's for separation from the suckers. You want to see me. Now, you have to do it with a little bit of style and finesse about it. But I've always read books. It's great in school. I love school. That's where all the girls were. I didn't really get that much. I was in class, but that's where the girls were. So I enjoy school. I like reading. I like knowing things.
Okay.
And once again,
If you pull against me, I
you're a
can't.
smart guy.
You can't get in there. You gotta bring your head around here because you pull it. We need to bring you forward more.
So it was
Yeah.
simple. Just do me, show my intelligence, show our charisma, show our personality. First and
What he's doing is
foremost,
he's resisting the more I try to engage, but bring yourself
that's
forward.
what we got.
You want to be able to see it? Can you see it?
I just want to
You cannot see it.
make a little money.
Can you see now? Can you videotape it?
Yeah, it's
Tell me what to hear. Is it recording?
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
On top
I'll
of
do
all
it.
that,
Okay,
You go over some, put yourself over some more.
real quick, since,
There you go.
the mid to
All
late
right.
90s when I started writing, and I know from listening to his music, and I know from talking to him and talking to you over the years, how crucial you guys were in his development and his.
I need one of these things. Where you get this thing from?
Before he got famous.
Amazon.
I need this.
Really the first album. So
Amazon.
with that, what was your, once you guys started meeting Quick and working with him, like what role were the three of you guys playing for each other, and how did that work?
Well, me personally, I think I was more like the uncle. I was more of the go-to guy when it came down to the samples. Because I know music, I know R&B.
You see it?
So I would say, wait, you might want to sample this. I used to mix swings with horns, and the arrangements always tweaked. I listened to the part of it.
Alright.
Function was always adapt to being able to arrange music in a certain way. I wrote
that tape up or what? Or just
Well, I was there when we were check. We used to stay up at night, doing the cassettes and he go sell. So I was there from the beginning of that as well, and Cookies and that. Right there. Watch them recording. Right there. Basically, right there in the same room. We lived in the same house. So it's like, all we did was just do music, barbecue, play with girls, gamble, drink.
Rodney,
The phone been ringing
you
nonstop.
busy.
I told you.
and
I told
You
you.
are so busy.
It was
That's
no,
me
it was
too.
no tripping.
Told you. This has been nonstop this morning.
It was sustained and making things happen.
Be sure to check out the history of gangster rap by Sean Baker.
History of gangster rap.
I'm going straight to bed.
You working tomorrow?
Yes, Lord. Tomorrow my Friday.
Me too.
I am tired. You hear me?
Oh gosh, it seems like I
And then I do
working
education,
6
so I then he turned around and put me on the floor today, and I'm like, wait a minute,
Oh
that's a little too
wow.
much.
Yeah.
I've been busy all day yesterday.
Wow. I don't need it that long.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
Looking good.
That's it?
Yeah, so you said you're moving this?
Yeah, roll that out.
1980
It's something like
How you turn it off? Just hit that button.
You know what I mean? So it's always been something to talk about.
Good.
History.
Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. I got a biscuit shirt on. It's one of them days. I'm willing, glad.
Headache, nausea, diarrhea, trouble sleeping, tiredness, and anxiety. So much goes into who I am. HIV medicine is one part of it. Ask your doctor about Dovato. I did.
Day before Thanksgiving, making a little recording. I'm doing a little
With that kind of power,
flat
you can skip the
back
3 rinses.
stretching of the
See for
hips.
yourself at maytag.com/pizza.
We put in perspective.
The first 48% critical minutes. All big December 3rd at 8. And then we're on
I need to get a good perspective.
episode
I got
of the
some.
first 48, December 3rd at 9 on A&E. We head down to the Knox County Courthouse in Kentucky. The jury has just left the courtroom after
Moringa
finding this
tea
man, Jeffrey
and
Cheney's,
garlic
guilty
water.
of sex
Garlic
abuse
and
with
lemon water.
minors. And he's
Moringa
having a
tea.
difficult time with the verdict. He's facing a 70-year
a minute.
sentence. So
I guess it's long. Quick snippet of crazy. Gotta get the right angle. Gotta try hard that stuff. Filming for real. And this is going all type of upside down. I don't know how to edit this together. But yeah, I just having a nice little meal. Here I'm stretching. This is on my side. Stretching my hips out to let my sequence heal and doing some hip flexing.
The tasing seems to have little effect on the
Gotta get a
enraged
good
defendant.
perspective. Stop. I got my remote here. It is on the side.
The only way to beat 6-month aged cheddar toasted on the shelf of a chalupa is to put it in this box. The $5 toasted cheddar chalupa box is back for a limited time, only at Taco Bell.
This year happened. Who could forget? She captured a rainbow. We all adopted pets.
couldn't cut my hair, so I put hats on my head.
I found a new hobby.
Okay.
I took French. 2020 was the best year
Alright, so boom. Here we go. Check 1, 2, check it in my blog. It is, I'm in the room, I'm laying on my side, just chilling at the moment. I got, little YouTube video playing, check it out. I wanted to document the magical reality. So as time went on, usually get my appetite again to host a battle at this bar. Came out there, came out there, host the battle. His battle was tense too. It was two rivals, real game shit. One game you had a rap, another game you had a rap. This bar was an area to where it ain't in his part of town, his territory, it's not his territory, it's just like a spot that neutral spot where they agreed to me was this bar. So favoritism or fights and that, but it was fucking packed. And I had to judge the battle and it was tense. And what I loved about them niggas, they said, yo, I don't give a fuck. Niggas told me, yo, judge this shit the way you see it. Alright, if I lose water, niggas can't feel no way, judge it. I don't judge it. That's how I did. That picks up my music. Best bring it to you. I was at the bench on my life. Shot there every day. And I got the biggest. At the time, I was recording the chunk of ginger. Raiders Over mixtape. Biggest chunk of ginger that out too. We did the Raiders Over mixtape. I didn't even charge the artist to get on my mixtape at night. I just and then let me show you the artist from that time on there. I forgot one of the guys' name. See that? The circular thing. That is shout out to Lexi Fresh and the whole PA family. They're looking out still waiting on some young strips and coming with shows as well. I still got you to forget about you. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm just chilling, vibing, getting a taste of the time. I got me a little joint out there, so I'm really not tripping about it. I shoot back to New York, and Gully calls me again, and he tells me that he got a gig for me to play on and one mixtape video on and one mixtape tour in the game. You know, as a little player, I said, man. So me, my brother Steve-O, Devo, my man Money Marv, my big bro Money Marv, which is his cousin. We all just jumped in the car, rolled up some smoke, headed to area PA, drove. On the way out. Hey, you feel me?
Film you?
Yeah. You say something difficult. Hold on one second. We're about to film take 2. I'm laying on my side right now. I got the sutures in the side. I'm just chilling. I got big old piece of ginger and the honey that Jenny made that's infused and some moringa tea. I'm drinking garlic water to kickstart my immune system. But other than that, it's about 10 o'clock at night and I'm about to turn to this next side to stretch my ass. So that's what it is. And I'm going to try to, this is a good perspective. I'm going to try to get better at it. This the day before Thanksgiving. Alright, over now. Got my second store open. I'm grinding. My shit is getting up, so I'm like, yo, I'm proud of you. That's really what's going on. So for a minute after that, months go by. Gully used to call me, be like, yo, guess where I'm at? Before we said things, I said things that I'm ashamed of, and I wish I wouldn't have said at the time. So, we got no bad. Second part of the day, I'm laying on my side once again. I stretched earlier. I had the physical therapist come in. They're putting my hips back in alignment, getting the sutures stretched and supple. This is a crazy perspective. Again, this is lengthwise, laying on my side, and hopefully I'll be able to edit this. There will be some type of cohesive structure on the pan around. So yeah, once again, it is Thanksgiving the 26th, and I'm laying on my side. I just did physical therapy and making my hips supple. I got the sutures still in there, about 90 of them shits. Because I redid my whole hip area and my booty cheek. Getting ready for mobility. Over and out. This is part of my video that I'm making about the crazy ill Captain's Log Stardate update about my experience here at Shepherd Center, getting flap surgery during the pandemic. It's been crazy. Not good. Not good whatsoever. And my mind totally went blank. I'm about to stop this now and redo it. Another thing I definitely have to speak about is being left without a call button. The call button is a button that you have to call a nurse. It's also the remote to the TV. And when they come in, they move you around to different things. I have to change positions every 2 hours. That they would leave me without a call button and close my door. That's kind of crazy. Just imagine being stranded. They took your call button. If I didn't have a phone, if I didn't have a cell phone, and they've left me over 35 to 45 times, I've had to call my cell phone to call the front desk to say, hey, you left me stranded. Close the door. No call button. Leave you stranded. Luckily, I had my cell phone. I'd have been fucked. Just another 35 plus I'm sorry's pissing on my leg and say I won't do it again. That person leaves, it's a new person, and they do it again. And there's a technique where you roll to the side in a bed, and anybody who's a medical professional knows what this is. Okay, so imagine. So I have to lay on my side, and to do that, I would have to be pulled to the opposite side of the bed to give me a little room to be able to lay on my side. So I'm positioned in the middle of the bed. These foolish young, trying to be proper, trying not to be the disgruntled black man. But they would do the improper technique where they turn me over and I'm laying on the side rail of the bed because they didn't do the initial first pull. And I'm like, where's the training at? You want me to lay on the side rail of the bed where it's hitting my face and then, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to redo it. And if I say something, then I'm the asshole. If I say something, I'm the asshole. If I say something about put the bed down before you Dukes of Hazzard my head, now I'm the asshole for saying something. It's happened 30 plus times. This is just one of the many stories of my experience in the Shepherd Center, getting this surgery during the pandemic, was shitting on me constantly. Okay, so when I first got here, the TV fried on me the first day. No TV. Luckily, I brought my iPad. Luckily, I brought my iPad because the TV was broken for 4 days. I would have been looking at the ceiling for 4 days. No TV. Finally, they put in a work order when the staff comes back, the daytime staff, because the nurses dropped the ball for 4 days putting in the work order. So when it finally comes, they put a brand new TV. It's working perfectly for a day. Worked perfectly for a day. 3 more days of TV broken. Luckily, I have an iPad. If my name was Susan Steinberg and I was an old white lady, I'm sure they would have gave a TV. But I had an iPad. The black man's okay. He's resilient. He's got an iPad. He doesn't need a phone in his room to be able to contact dietary, to be able to contact social worker. There's no phone in the room. I'm on like 2 weeks in. There's no phone in the room. The hospital. My dad is calling. He's in room 314. They're like, he's not in room 314. What kind of shit is that? Because there's no phone. And then they told my dad I wasn't in the room. That's how I'm being treated at Shepherdson. This is just one of 4. I've had 3 powwows with charge nurses. Shit hasn't gotten better. It's gotten worse. And I'm being labeled as a disgruntled patient, like I'm difficult, because I just want the bare minimum of the service that you're supposed to get. 15 years of working in the industry, and I know a couple things, and it's terrible. Okay, let me tell you, I was a certified phlebotomist. I was a phlebotomist in the red zone, Grady's emergency room for 3 years, third shift, middle of the night, gunshot wounds, car accidents, everything. Phlebotomist, okay? So I know when you come into the room, you're supposed to identify yourself, and then you're supposed to say what you're here to do. So this gentleman comes walking in, African-American young gentleman, comes walking in, and he says, "Hey, I'm here to stick you." I said, "You ain't here to stick me. Who are you and what do you come to do?" He said, "I'm here to stick you." I said, "You ain't here to stick me?" He said, "Yes, I am. I'm here to stick you, buddy." I said, "No, the fuck you are not. For one, I have in a PIC line, and I know that you get blood from the PIC line. That's why I have it." That's a whole nother story about the PIC line. So this guy, initially, my first initial meeting to him is he walking in telling me, "I'm going to stick you." And I have a PIC line, and there's a sign. Sign is right here. Sign is right above my bed. PIC line on patient. This cocksucker didn't even take the time to come in, assess the patient, let me know who you are, what you come to do. You got a mask on, and you talk about you sticking me. What's the goddamn, the caliber of phlebotomists that they have here at the Shepherd Center. Goddamn, my people. Wow, and it's crazy, y'all. And it's like a minute 44 on this particular thing, and I've got 45 other incidents. I'm here at the hospital. I'm doing this in secrecy, in fear of some type of retaliation, because they've already labeled me as a difficult patient. I'm feisty because I'm advocating for myself, and I'm saying things that if I didn't say it, I would be affected adversely. It would basically fuck up my health and say I'm sorry. But 45 people are saying it's crazy, y'all. This is the truth about the Shepherd Center being a black man. Video diary update. I have been here possibly 2 weeks, and I'm scheduled to be released in 9 days, and they have done 2 incomplete days of therapy thus far after my flap surgery. Let me begin all of the crazy incidents that happened thus far. Where to begin? For one, previous, I was a medical assistant a CMA. I got my X-ray certificate, became a certified X-ray tech, and then I was excelled because of my aptitude in working with physicians. I was promoted to a surgical assistant, and I did all of this in 15 years, dedicated 15 years of my life to saving people's lives and helping in the medical field, from working in the emergency room at Grady, which I was a patient at, and I received the wounds from neglect at Grady. Came out of ICU with four-stage open wounds from not being turned in Grady. So I'm here to get that fixed here at the Shepherd Center, and I've just been getting shit on left and right. And 100 people have came and said I'm sorry. But when you get pissed on and they're telling you it's raining, it smells like piss, feels like piss, you're wet, but they're telling you it's raining. I've got so many I'm sorry's. Oh yeah, I was a certified phlebotomist as well. All of this, 15 years of service. I thought Shepherd Center was the exquisite premier place, but not if you're a black man. Definitely not if you're a black man. And the crazy thing is, it is the patient care technicians, which is the lowest rung. It's the bed changers and the washers, primarily been African American ladies, and they just drop the ball left and right. And everyone says, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's just this mistake. I'll do it better." But 45 mistakes from 45 different people on the shift is crazy. It is. It's. I'm gonna go more into depth. It's just so overwhelming. I'm gonna go more into depth on my next post. This is 2 minutes, and I'll continue on later. Video blog submission number 12. This is about my experience here at the Shepherd Center. I'm here at the Shepherd Center. Had a flap surgery, and I have been treated crazily. It's been so disrespectful, and I believe it's because of my race. It has to do. It is some race, civil class, politics, and I'm just getting shit on all around. Shepherd Center is supposed to be the top quality place, but not if you're a black man. And this is a small microcosm of America in general. I'll just run down many of the disrespectful, just so many of the small things. These just small things. 100 small things equates to a big, big thing. And I'm gonna go over. I've had 3 powwows with charge nurses, and the list just goes on and on. For one, from the first second I stepped in here and they put me in the bed, mind you, I'm stuck here, I can't move. I've been left without a call button. There's no phone in here without the call button 50 plus times, where I've had to use, luckily I have a cell phone. Luckily I had to call the front desk and say, "Hey, I need some help, I'm stranded." They did not leave me with a call button over 50 plus times. I'm gonna have the phone records once I get my phone records from how many times they had to call the front desk, leaving me stranded. That's a no-no. And that's just the beginning of it. Like, when I first got here, a nurse got a piece of Velcro. I have 2 braids in my hair, had it braided up for the whole time. So she pulled my braid out. I kept half the hair. It's like maybe 7 inches of braid hair. Like, one of my braids is totally gone. Pulled out, took 2 hours of yanking. That was the first hour of me being here. And the list goes on and on. And many of these videos I'm going to post. I'm going to do a documentary once I do leave here, because it probably have some type of retaliatory, I'm so vulnerable, I'm scared for my life. So that's where we're going to go with that. Part 2, being black. in the Shepherd Center during the pandemic. I'm afraid for my life that one of these low-paying, that they need to pay these people and get good quality people. The patient care technicians are obviously they're new. They don't know shit. They have I've had a new one 2 a day each night. You could tell they're brand new, inadequately trained, just handling any old type of way. And it's crazy shit. I worked in the medical industry for 15 years. I know how things are supposed to be done. And they just would apologize, piss on me and tell me it's raining. I'm sorry. But the next person does it, and the next person does it. And so check this out. So I've got 2 weeks of clothing. Somebody is supposed to assess the clothes, and they have the opportunity to wash it each day. So I went 2 weeks, and I went through all of my different t-shirts and all of my different zip-up hoodies that I need to stay warm because I can't regulate my temperature with a spinal cord injury. So these people have neglected to wash my clothes for 2 weeks. Then all of a sudden, at the 2-week mark, I don't have a t-shirt. I can't get warm. So somebody finally decides to wash my clothes after 2 weeks. And the patient care technicians had been 2 of them a day, mind you, putting it off for 2 weeks. So it's 14 days, 14 times 2 is 8, was 48, 40 plus times of an option of saying, hey, I could just wash your clothes for you and have a fresh set. But no, they straight nigger me out. It's crazy. And the majority, they got low paying, not low pay, what they obviously pay low because quality of people is totally shitty. But they have these young girls who are, it's like, I'm 47, it's one of my peers' dumbass kid. It's somebody's naive child trying to move me instead of putting the bed flat. These patient care technicians are making me do the Dukes of Hazzard with my head. They're just running me up a ramp. That meaning my head is lifted in the back. They're trying to raise me up in the bed and just running my head like the Dukes of Hazzard ramp, jumping my head up when you're supposed to flatten it down. And even if you're really skilled, you would let gravity work for you and tilt the bed down if you're pulling the person to the top of the bed. They get training is nil, next to nil. They got a bunch of mercenaries, meaning people just come in, they're just trying to do their job. There's no team. And today, while I started doing this, now I'm seeing the dysfunction in the physical therapists. They don't know what they're doing. I started therapy, it's supposed to be 9 days to go, and they just started therapy for 8 minutes, and they were supposed to do it for 2.5 hours. And the second one tells me, oh, the first therapist didn't do it for 2.5 hours. I was like, no, she did for 8 minutes. And the lady's like, well, I did mine for 2.5 hours. I can't say it. And this is my recovery team. Yeah. Another situation, I must say, going to the Shepherd Center as a Black man during the pandemic. I have my wife. She's my, what do you call it, next, the person you're supposed to call. So there's been no contact from any surgeon, anybody to even give an upkeep on my family, for one, my caregiver. There's been nothing whatsoever of them contacting her from when I came out of surgery, let her know the surgery went well, to nothing whatsoever. And if my name was Susan Steinberg and I was an old white lady, I'm sure none of this would be happening. This is my experience as a Black man in the Shepherd Center during the pandemic. If it wasn't designed, it has come out to be pretty intricate fuck over. And I'm just trying to get well. There's only a couple of days left. And basically, there's been no explanation of how I'm supposed to treat myself at home, what type of equipment would be needed, and just 9 days to go. I've been here and just been getting rudimentary treatment by patient care technicians, so rough-handed, so untrained, so unskilled, so uncouth, and they just giggle and assume because, I'm a guy, I got resilience, I'm a man, I'm tough, I'm a black guy, you're tough, and I just want what they're supposed to give me, and I'm not even receiving that, just the bare minimum, and it's crazy, and I'm scared for retaliatory treatment because me being the asshole, advocating for myself, and all of these things that would hurt me. I've had to correct ladies who they put bruises on my heels. I haven't gotten heel bruises in the last 2 years, but I've gotten them from 2 weeks of being here because they don't know how to properly float my feet. One patient care technician looked at my feet and saw my ankles totally twisted. My toes are pointing towards the window, and the other toe is pointing towards the door, and I can't feel it. They see it, and they giggle and try to cover it up real quick, and I was like, yo, what's up? And they just, wait, it's crazy. It's crazy. I have to even make this is the truth about the Shepherd Center during the pandemic, being a black man. And there's no two ways about it. I'm being fucked. I'm being fucked over. And the treatment is, it's not what I expected, being the premier place for spinal injuries. It's crazy. I've just been sitting here and it's crazy. And I'm scared for my life. I'm scared that if I say something that the rudimentary treatment I'm getting will even get worse, or things that I can't see. I'm stuck in the bed. I don't have a good perspective. They're working on things behind me on my thigh. I can't see my thigh and my ass. I don't know if the patients or they're going to get mad and just, which I've already had, which the talk amongst the ladies is I was difficult, I'm feisty, because I'm just trying to get basic treatment. I've been in the medical industry for 15 years, and I know a couple of things of how it's supposed to go, and they just shitting on me left and right, and I don't know a reason why. That's the only reason I can figure is I can't figure it out. I'm so confused about this. They haven't let my wife know from surgery to now anything about my upkeep, my health, how I'm doing, prognosis, aftercare. It's terrible. Nurses don't know shift to shift. My preference of medications, crushed sizes, or it's just a total clusterfuck. It's a total clusterfuck. They need to start paying these people and getting some quality people in here. I wouldn't recommend it as a black man.